Well, he doesn't look too good tonight, but we're going to send him in the morning to get get an MRI on his knee. You could tell he was in pain, and so we have to wait till tomorrow to come up with something definitive.
What's the you said it's his right knee, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What's the level of concern considering the injuries?
Well, I mean, there's always a level of concern when you lose a guy of that caliber. But that's why we have the depth that we have, and nobody's going to feel sorry for you. And so, we just got to, next man up. We got some guys that have to, pick it up some, and it's really comforting to see, like, Zim was picking it up and other guys were picking it up, and but there's nothing you can do about it. You got to play. You got to play, and like I said, nobody feels sorry for you. And so, we're not going to feel sorry for ourselves. I mean, it's a big blow when something happens to a player of that caliber.
You know how tough he is.
Mm-hmm.
When you see him in that much pain, immediately after it happens, does it give you concern right away or worry right away that someone as tough as he is kind of going through that?
Yeah, but like I've told you many times, worry does no good. And I mean, even concern, does no good. I mean, I feel badly because, I mean, you know how we all feel about Wilson. But it's part of the game. You hate it to happen this late, right before the playoffs. But our next step is try to figure out, a way, to play without Wilson. So, I mean, I've been mixing and matching, this year and most of my life. And so, I mean, therefore, it's another obstacle, and I just got to, try to go back to the drawing board and figure out something.
It wasn't in impact play.
No.
Do you think the fact that it was a wet field?
Well, it probably had something to do with it. Yeah. I mean, like you said, last time you hurt his leg, it wasn't an impact play either, they said. I wasn't here, but I was in Cincinnati. It was against us. And so, there's nothing more I can tell you until tomorrow. We just got to pray for Wilson, and hopefully he's okay.
Is there a sense now, it seems like things are going poorly
Mm-hmm.
on the stretch, you see Ramos hurt like that, and you're wondering what else can go wrong?
Oh, don't say that. Because my dad told me don't say what else can go wrong because something else can go wrong. So, I'm thinking, what else can go right? I don't think like that. I don't allow myself to think like that. I mean, those thoughts come into everybody's head, but you got to dispel them, and just, like I said, try to figure out a way to, to get out of this mess. I mean, you see guys, on the positive note, Bryce's x-rays came out negative. So that's a positive note, in itself. It just seems like down the stretch you lose a guy, gain a guy, and like Stephen Drew. I mean, I'm glad we got Stephen Drew back. And who knows, somebody else might step up and be the hero, the least likely of people. So, this is how I think.
You mentioned you got the results on Bryce. Is there any kind of clarity on what exactly the issue is with him? I know the doctor.
No, I haven't gotten any clarity. All I was just glad that the x-rays are negative. And, he could be back within a couple of days, a few days. So, I mean, that's big right there. The swelling's down, and so we're trying to get, I think his strength is up, I heard. And so, it's very positive. We still got time for him to get well.
Regarding the game,
Yes.
What went wrong for Roark and using
they were. I mean, their game plan was doing a bunch of first ball hitting off of Tanner. Because that first go around they were swinging, early in the count, most time the first pitch, and but we took Tanner out, which I was very reluctant to do. And if Danny gets a hit in that situation, then I can leave him in the game. But we were threatening in that one inning. I was hoping to get more than, 2 runs out of that inning with bases loaded and nobody out. And we didn't. As far as Merrill, just looked like he was getting the ball up, and it happened so quickly. We couldn't get anybody loose in the meantime. I mean, you can't keep somebody loose all the time. In this game of baseball, it happens so quickly. I mean, you wear your bullpen out, trying to keep somebody loose. And, he was getting the ball up big time. We were trying to get somebody loose in the game. And, but, we didn't have time.
Dusty,
Yes.
you had 5 All-Stars,
Mm-hmm.
and 4 of them are the guys who are injured right
Mm-hmm.
now. Have you ever had a run of bad luck late to your best players on all of the playoff teams you've had?
Not that I can recall. No. I mean, like we lost Joey Votto one year for 50 games, but we got him back at the end. And we still won 97 games. So, I mean, like I said, I'm used to it doesn't get any easier and it doesn't get any better. But, I'm used to trying to put the pieces back together. That's my job.
And on Murphy, it
Mm-hmm.
does seem very likely that he will be back for the playoffs.
Yeah, very likely. I mean,
We're really talking probably about 2 people, Strasburg, when and Wilson, maybe series.
yeah.